everyone. Welcome to Elevating Your Life. Oh, I just have a fantastic guest to share with you today. We have with us today Janine Lowe. She is based in the UK. She is a world-leading manifestation and feng shui expert. She is a best-selling author and radio host of Feng Shui Your Way on UK Health Radio. She is author of Manifest Your Way to Abundance. Fantastic book. Oh, whether you're completely new to manifestation or frustrated because it hasn't worked before, this book will transform how you think, feel, and show up so life can finally begin responding to you. Oh, I loved your book. I loved it,
Thank you,
Janine.
Paula. This is it? Manifest your way to
Yay!
abundance.
That is it. That beautiful cover. Uh, so first off, how do you describe manifestation and how did you discover it and then work into being a world leader in Feng Shui?
So I didn't know I was manifesting when I was younger. Obviously, manifest is a buzzword now, maybe for the last 10 years. But I found that if I had a certain feeling, which is what I try to explain in the book, that I could think of something that I wanted, and then as long as I actioned it, things would start to happen. Yeah. So manifesting, I think you'll see it's about clarity, aligning, and action. That's the three things that make manifesting help. And I know that's a big thing. So obviously manifesting I've used with Feng Shui because you can manifest certain places of your own home. So I put a little bit about manifesting in your own home. Put a big bit on how to create a Feng Shui manifest board, which is really important because a lot of people, they just put things all on a board. Nothing wrong with that. But I focus on what should go in what place in chapter 4. And that just really works with the way I manifest. So every year I make a board for my manifest, what I want to manifest, what I want. I don't just stick it in the corner. Now I've made it, I put it in a prominent position, whether it be on the fridge, the freezer, a window, a special place I keep going, and remind myself every week what I was going, because you can take things off manifest boards and put new things on. So that's the thing about manifesting. So that's as I say, manifesting is a sort of a way of life, really. I mean, everyone says, oh, you're so lucky, Janine, you know how to manifest. But I didn't know how to manifest. So when I wrote the book, I wrote it in a way from where I started to learn how to get things that I wanted. I didn't start with having everything, but I planned what I wanted and I just kept moving forward towards it.
I love it. I love it. What triggered you to write your book? What triggered that?
Okay, so I've written 3 books: Feng Shui Your Way to Abundance, Date, Love, Marry, Avoid, and Manifest was like a one that would click in. You need to have Feng Shui Your Way to Abundance, Manifest Your Way to Abundance, and they complement each other. So I decided that, when I was writing Feng Shui Your Way to Abundance, how I, when I go to people's houses, I feng shui them, and they go, how is it when you walk in the door, if I'm in a business, yeah, working with a business, that the phones always ring? And I say, well, before I come to your business, I think about your business, and on the way journeying there, I think about what you want. And when I come in the door, you start talking about what you want in your business. You want this, you want this new product to go live, you want this. And all the energy that I'm manifesting, you're talking about because you're excited about, this starts to happen. So I thought if I wrote the Feng Shui and the Manifest book, then they actually worked really well together. So the Manifest book came out of the fact that everyone says, why is it when you're there, everything happens? It's like magic, they say. The phones start ringing. Um, but I think I know for a fact everybody can manifest. Manifest is a word that we use for it, but I call it, really, the other thing is it's like calling in the energy to have what you want, right?
Energy. Yep. Yes.
Because people like they'll accept that they send a mobile message to their friend across the world and they just assume they know it's going to get there, yeah, but it's an electric current, isn't it? So you believe that energy's around you, so why don't you believe that the energy is there listening to you? And the thing is, the more grateful you are, the more it knows what you like.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Love it. I
This is
love
this
it.
this
Yep.
is a huge thing. Um, I think gratitude comes into chapter 6, and I think we discussed this before the show went on, how much we both love gratitude. And if you're thankful for, like, thank you for my bed, thank you for the lovely day I've had, just before you go to bed, or anything that you're thankful in that day, the universe can hear you, yeah. And just before you go to sleep is quite a powerful time. So you're thinking about the things as you go to sleep, and you have all those 6, 8 hours of sleeping where the energy is going out there, and you wake up and you can be thankful for what you've got going on in the day ahead. So you're already putting out to the universe what you want, which is manifesting it. Yeah. So for example, today I wanted a decorator, and the decorator I want is super busy, yeah. And I said to the universe this morning, they knew I needed to decorate for something small. And I put up there this morning, oh, do you think he'll be free? I'd be really good if he could be. He rang me this afternoon and he says, I don't know what's happened. I've got 2 days free this week. Do you want anything done? But I had put it out there. He did know in advance that I wanted work to do, but I put it out for tomorrow and it's happened.
I love it. I love it. And something about affirmations that you mentioned in the book, and I'm like, yeah, I just love is, that when we say our affirmations, something myself I do every morning, the energy behind them is what matters because trust and being positive over if you have underneath, like you say in your book, underneath you feel doubt, fear, frustration, that underlying energy is what the universe will respond to because the energy is felt, not spoken. Share more on that for us, please. That's
Right.
so
So
powerful.
you cannot manifest from a point of need. Okay, can I give you an example, right? So you people ask for money. Money isn't what you should ask for. You should ask for money is just a material exchange, yeah. What you want to ask for is what you actually want. For example, I remember many, many years ago, I wanted £25,000. Don't know what for, can't remember, just was manifesting it. I had a car accident and I got the £25,000, right? So that taught me many years ago that you need to be very specific about what you want. You want to have something. So you say, oh, I've got all these bills coming in this week. They've got to be paid. You see the bill paid. Yeah, that's called the trigger. You see the bill paid, and then you ask the universe to help pay the bill. You don't ask for money. Do you see what I'm saying? But you have to be in the right mode. You cannot manifest when you're in a bad mood. You can't manifest when you're fearful. The reason is what the universe is doing, it's aligning itself with the energy you're giving out. Okay. So this is what I give an example. So I rescue cats, right, and find them homes and whatever. And I have my ones that stay with me. That feeling when I'm like, they're all happy and content in the house, and everything's nice and that's a happy moment for me. And that will be a time that I would actually manifest what I wanted to do. Yeah. It wouldn't be when I've picked the cat up off the street and it needs to go to the vets because I'm not in the right mode there. Yeah. So it's about making sure whatever makes you happy, whether it's cuddling your partner, holding your baby, doing sports, whatever makes you happy, that's when you manifest, when you have that mode of happiness. That's when you actually do your manifesting. And people say, oh, it's not okay always asking for everything. The universe doesn't judge us because we ask for things. It doesn't judge us on it. It reflects on what you want. Maybe not what you need, but what you would like. And sometimes what you're given is something slightly different to what you wanted, but is better for you. It works on that energy. So I'm a great manifestor. I work with a lot of clients, mindsets for manifesting and feng shuiing their houses with manifesting together. And I think there's one of the questions you haven't asked me is, what do you say to people that don't believe in manifesting?
Oh, great question.
I know. So
Tell
in
us.
so in chapter two of Manifest Your Way to Abundance, I go into it in detail, and I get why people don't believe in it. But one of the things that I know for sure is when people manifest, they manifest for 2 or 3 days, and if it doesn't work, they go, "Oh, well, it didn't work." You have to do it regularly, and the more regularly you do it, the more universe hears you, and then it gets easier and easier and easier. And it's not, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this. It's what you want for the reasons that's best for you and your family or whatever. And people say, can you manifest for other people? You can't manifest for other people because you don't know what everybody actually thinks, but you can manifest for their energy to be right to manifest. Does that make sense?
I love that. That's beautiful. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so that's I have been around people that don't believe in manifesting, and oh, well, it's all right for you because look what you've got. Yeah, I have a very nice Range Rover on the drive that's only 5 months old, but I did bring up a 7-year-old boy by myself. There was no one there to support me, so I learned during those times in my 20s what the feeling was. And it wasn't that I was testing the universe because I didn't even know I was doing it then. I just knew that when I was in the right mood and that right feeling happened, things used to go well. So that's what I've tried to share through the book. If it's a duvet day, one of those mornings when you wake up, you're like, oh no, let's just go back to bed. It doesn't feel right. That is not a day to manifest. You're never going to achieve anything, and your energy is low. So for me, I just divert into walking the dog or things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. And something else you share, which I absolutely love, is that gratitude becomes transformative when it moves beyond words and becomes an emotional experience. Share a bit about that and how powerful gratitude is. That's something I personally believe.
I think it's a way of habit for me. I wrote it really well in the book. I think that how do I explain it? I do a lot with a small little charity for cats, yeah. And they take in the worst cat stories, the worst horrible stories, and some I've kept, some I've helped them the way they are. And okay, so I took in this little cat called Twiglet, okay, and no one wanted her. She'd been to a couple of foster homes. She'd been found in a wall with her kittens. She was wild, but she was brought in. Anyway, they couldn't find the right home for her, and the rescue rang me out and said, "Look, you're good at handling cats. Can you take her on? We will take her back." So I signed a bit of paper and went, "She's not coming back. I'm not going to give up on her. I will make her different." So my happy moment, and this is where I get gratitude back from, is that when Twiglet sees me now, she does, that slow eye blink at you and like, oh, I like you now. And she'll come and sit beside me. But I tell you, that was a whole year before that happened. So the feeling of gratitude coming back for me is that feeling that I get from her and having done something. No one knows. I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm just helping a little cat that would have just had no home, yeah. But for me, the feeling I get back is really good. So I think sometimes when you do things and you're really grateful for being given that opportunity to help someone to do something, the feedback of that in itself is amazing.
Ah, yes, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's a great story.
So yeah, I
And
think
something you've mentioned is that manifestation is often misunderstood. Many people believe it's about wishing hard, waiting patiently, convincing. But, it's again, you mentioned changing your relationship with energy. What would you say to someone out there listening, saying, okay, I want to manifest. How do what first step can I take to change my energy to just do it to where it I create what I am wanting to create? What would you say for someone what a first step might be?
so. Often when clients come to me with exactly the same as what you're saying, um, I take them to a place again where they've been happy, or I will trigger back to where the trigger method in the book is really good. I will trigger them back to something that will remind them of what good's happened. It's very easy in the world that we live in at the moment to think negative things. It is, I mean, I'm in a little t-shirt because it is so hot in the UK. We've never had it this hot in June. And yeah, and so with them, I try and find something that has gone right because that is really important. And then for people who have never manifested before, obviously there's 12 chapters to go through. Yeah. And I'm not there's no fluff or filler in this book. It's directly what you should do to help you do it. And the thing is, like, I'm not an author. I am obviously an author, but what you hear me talking to you like now is how I write my book. I write my book as if we're having a conversation. And you and I have a really good friend called Gavin. And basically, he made me do an audio with my own voice on Manifest Your Way.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
I know. So I had to do an audio, which was 12 chapters. And
Oh,
I start the intro with perfectly imperfect because I'm reading it and I'm not someone that reads anything, yeah. But when I was reading my own book, I realized that I had written in a conversation that was very easy to understand and put into action. Some people like to script, write. Some people like to manifest where they're dancing. Some people see images. So I took everything into account as to how it would suit different people to manifest. For me, manifesting is a feeling of energy around me. And that's what I'm saying. If you can feel it, you can make it happen, yeah. And then you action it. But some people that doesn't work for. Some people they need to listen to things or they need to sing or all the things you can think. So I've tried to cover everything in the book and affirmations, as you say, so that people from any walk or area of life can actually start to use manifest straight away, even if you just go to chapter 4 and make the manifest board, because you're actioning something immediately that you want to happen. When you start looking at the different pictures you want in your life, like the holiday, the relationship, the career, when you start to build that on your board, you start to put out to universe what you're seeing. And if you're playing music while you're doing it, I like a bit of pink in the background when I'm doing my things. Or yes, but when you start to put things on board, you start to see them. You can do cutouts, you can do digital ones, you can do stick and paste, whatever. When you start to see the order that you can get it in, it starts to make a difference. And then I think from then you open up yourself to do more. But it's really easy. I went in to have my nails done today, and the my local nail salon, they had my book in there, and I saw someone reading it, and I was like, oh, like this, yeah. And I said, do you mind if I just take a picture? She goes, oh, why? I said, should I be touching? I goes, no, 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 that's my book. She said, oh, it's amazing. So she asked the salon owner, could I take the book home? She said, no, you're gonna have to go and buy your own.
Oh,
So yeah, I hope, I believe from what people say that I've made it really easy to manifest, even from people who've never done it before.
yes. And I mean, Janine, there are a lot of manifestation books out there, but yours really is unique. What do you feel is one of the most unique things about your book?
I'm sure other people live their books, but in every chapter, I've put my own, what's happened to me when I've manifested the way that I've done it. So it's all about how I've done it, my success stories. Um, Obviously, as a Feng Shui consultant, I've involved that in it. So I've made it easy to move the energy in your house as well as yourself. Um, the unique part is me, because I did it, and also because I know what I'm doing is work. I'm not saying the others don't work, because I'm sure they do, but I've made it, it's only 120 pages. I've made it so you can do it straight away. That was the idea. I've made it no fluff, no filler. It's not, it's, it's, I don't know how many dollars it is in USA, but it's about £8 here. So it's not a really expensive one. The idea is when I wrote it, I wanted the most that I could for people to get hold of it. That's why I did it in Kindle and audio. You can get it whichever way you want to listen to it. I think that's why I think all three are out now. You don't have to wait for any of them. They're all out there now, so you can get them. But I think, I wish that for people who really want to manifest, I think this is a good book. I think it's really good for them to work with. I think for people who don't understand manifesting, give it a try, and for people who are absolutely against it, that's up to you, isn't it, mate? You get on with what you want to do. But I know that I have exactly what I want in the world, and which for me is an author, a publisher, an animal lover, and the money that I make goes for the animals. Do you know what I mean? That's the whole thing. That's always my thing. So yeah, that's the answer.
Love it. I love it. Oh, and your book truly is amazing. And it spells everything out so well. Simple and easy to understand. And I love how, you discuss how our emotional state is a signal, joy, appreciation,
Yeah.
calm, puts out these positive manifestation frequencies where desperation, doubt pushes away and puts out the energy. To realize how the energy of our thoughts and our emotions are going to affect whether we manifest or we don't. I mean, that's a huge thing to know. It really is.
I think it's the most important part of it. I think it's the most important part is how we're feeling when we manifest. I think, um, I know I've said it on this show already, but if you aren't in the right mode, it's not going to work. And, you know, okay, when you're asking for things, it's because you need them now, genuinely, yeah. But if you take this up as a practice like yoga or Tai Chi and you use it as a daily thing, and as you're learning Tai Chi and yoga, obviously you get better at it, don't you? So that's what I'm saying with manifesting. If you make it part of a daily routine, then you'll start to see the changes. And you can ask lots of people. I mean, I have lots of clients that are really, really doing well, with where they are, because they've used the book, they've used what when they work with me, um, and they've seen the results. I've shown the results in the book as well. I mean, not all of them, but obviously quite a few of them. And manifest your way to abundance. The other thing is about abundance it covers so much. Rather than saying wealth, abundance is health as well as, happiness, joy, everything
I
like
love
that.
that. I love it. I love it. Oh, great. Just such great information and messages. My goodness. Janine, we have a couple minutes left in the show. What last message do you want to share with anyone today? And maybe how can they learn a little more about you?
Okay, so my social media is janinelowe.co.uk, www.janinelowe.co with an E in it. I have various Facebooks and Instagrams. Janine Lowe, just put that in. If you just put Janine Lowe in, I seem to be all over the show at the moment, because I think that's to do with my radio show, or I'm a radio presenter for UK Health Radio. Also the other books out there. So Manifest Your Way to Abundance. What I want people to do, I would love people, not just about buying the book, but start using some of the things. I don't know what the word's good. Some of the suggestions that I've put in there are so easy. And if you could just practice them for a month, 6 weeks, right? See what the changes are. I'm very happy for you to email me if you have any questions. My email is on my website. You can contact me through there. So any questions, please do. But just have a go. But have a go for a month. Don't just do it for 3 days.
Love it. I love it. And I have to share, I am a big fan of Feng Shui. It's
Oh,
actually amazing. Um, Several years ago, about 10 years ago, I interviewed a wonderful woman in Sweden who was a Feng Shui expert. So I kind of redid my Reiki office. And it was right after that I received a free 8-story Times Square billboard feature.
wow.
So, wow. So how fun to have Feng Shui in there too. Oh, Janine, you are so awesome. And I am so thrilled to have had you on the show today. Oh,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you for having me on here.
Oh, love, hugs, and blessings to everyone. Thank you for joining us today.